Today we are going to be doing my June 26th paycheck budget, and this is the last paycheck that I have for this month, so I need to go ahead get this set up for you, and this will last me until the next payday, which is July the 10th. So I am using my budget happy planners, the budget edition, the one they released this year, because I like to tell you guys, because some people ask me what type of planner I'm using, so I just like to tell you guys at the beginning. And then also, if you have not clicked that subscribe button, please make sure that you click that subscribe button, and then also click that notification bells to make sure that you don't miss any videos. And then also, if you like this video, be sure to give your girls a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into my June 26th budget. All right, so we are going to go to my June section. And oh yeah, and then also guys, I did pay off my Chase credit card earlier this month, and I paid that off on the 21st, so just want to let you guys know that. So I was super happy about that, so I was able to jump ahead and start on my Capital One card. All right, enough about that. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead, and like I had told you guys before, this is a little bit, let me take this out, saying it's hard. Okay, and like I told you guys, I had to kind of like fix that because I printed out the July one, and I didn't want to waste paper, so I just went ahead and just whited it out and then redid that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So for my income for side hustle and income, let's go ahead and write that in. We're gonna come in at $1,200. That's what we gonna budget it for. And then I had leftover cash for my cash envelopes, which I like to do those first just in case I have cash left over, which was $35. So we are going to add that right here. And I think that's all the extra that I had, because I didn't have anything else extra, which is boo. Because it's always good to have extra. All right, so the bills that are due, I'm sorry, I forgot to get out my sheet. Oh, I know better. That was for May. I'm getting all crossed up here, guys. I am so sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out. All right, let's flip you back over. All right, so the income total, we have $1,235. Okay, so what's due is my Sprint bill, which is due on the 28th, and that will be for $128. All right, and then we have my alarm services bill, and that is due on the 30th. This is going to be a little bit out of order. I know, I'm just doing the most right now. Okay, so that will be $30, and I would do a cashier's check for that because our city hall downtown is not open, so we have to do like a money order or a check, or you can, because there's no way you can pay it online, or you can't call them, so you have no other choice but to do a money order or a check, and I'll just stick it in the little white box that's out there to make payments. All right, and then I went ahead and paid my Wells Fargo card, which is due on, because this pay, I'm so sorry guys, I am tripping. 620. Okay, because this right here, what I'm doing is this paycheck will last me until my next paycheck, which is on the 10th. And I will also show you guys my calendar, but I'm just going to go ahead and do my paycheck to paycheck budget, and then we'll do my calendar because I actually got some of the sticker guides and I want to show you guys that too. So my Wells Fargo card, which as you can see, it's always due on the 4th, so we'll just use this for my June. And then what I'll do is I'll show you guys my setup for my July. Okay, so my Wells Fargo card is going to be the same thing, $90. That's what the amount's going to be. So this is going to be due on the 4th. And I have already paid that actually, so that will go in my actual, which I've already paid $90 for. I have Capital One, and for Capital One, that is due on the 5th, and that will be for $35. All right, and I haven't actually paid that yet, even though, as you can see here, I said that I was going to put extra towards my Capital One card. This is just an extra payment here. This is actually not my actual payment that I'm going to make, because I make extra payments plus the amount that's due. So that way I can kind of knock it out. And then I'm going to add my Chase, and I'm going to add my Walmart payment that I had from those two cards, and I'm going to add that to my Capital One card so that I can pay that off quicker too, because that seems to actually do a lot better. It makes more sense. It's like, usually you want to be like, I want to keep the money, but it makes more sense to take it because the money was going to be gone in the first place anyway, because you're going to be putting that towards the card. So that makes a lot of sense to just stack those minimum payment amounts that you were paying on those to put on that. All right, so then I have Capital One that's going to be coming up, and that's going to be on 7/09, and that one's going to be for $45. All right, so I haven't paid this yet because these two are automatic, so these come out on their own. And then I have AEP for my electric. Lost my train of thought right there. And that's going to be for 7/11, and then that's going to be for $189. All right, and then I'm going to have daycare. So on the 26th, I had daycare. I told you guys this is going to be all out of order. I am so sorry. I apologize. And you've been watching my channel so far, so you guys already know that's how my budget book already rolls. But I'm paying down my debt and I'm sticking to my budget. Okay, so for daycare for that week, that was 6/26. I was actually off, so I didn't have to pay any daycare, which is awesome. So we're gonna actually put this big old 0 over here. So for the 26th, so that works out perfectly. So I was pretty happy about that. So the next daycare will be on July 3rd, and that will be for $90. That was we're budgeting for. All right, so let's go ahead and add up these numbers. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because this is everything that goes until the 10th, because the next payday is on the 10th. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my last June paycheck and I'm going to pay everything until my next payday that is on the 10th. So my next two sheets that will be in my July section will be for my paycheck for the 10th, and then for my paycheck for the 24th. And that's how I kind of roll it over to make it a lot easier for myself, instead of like trying to break it up, split it up. So it's just like, make it as easy as you can. All right, so let's go ahead and calculate this. All right, so we got 128 plus 30 plus 90 plus 35 plus 45 plus 189 plus 90. Okay. All right, so the total here, make sure I am not forgetting anything. Property tax, that's Centra, so, all right, because I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, so that total, guys, is 607. All right, so we're going to subtract the 12,000. I wish. We're going to subtract the $1,235 from the 607. 607. Okay, so that'll leave me with $628, which I am going to roll down here. And that's my leftover. All right, so now we're going to do our cash envelopes, because I do have this actually in my tool planner. This is the one I did get at Office Depot on clearance. This one here I keep with me at all times, because if I have it with me at all times, then I will always make sure that I think about my budget. And this right here is just the tool planner that I got from Office Depot, the one that I got on clearance, and I'll link the video up top so you guys can click on it to check it out. I got a really good deal on it, but this right here, I'm going to use this to write down my cash envelopes. And where am I going? And I got some rose gold rings, and I am super excited. And that's what I got with my my planning and budgeting cash envelope money because I got to use coupons on it. Okay, all right, so enough about that. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up a little bit so it won't be struggle to write it all down. All right, so what we got is we have beauty. All right, and we did $20 for that. And then we have Dollar Tree. And then we did 10 for that. We did Eat Out. And we did $15 for that. We did Household. And we did $15 for that. We did Groceries. And believe it or not, that's a $75. I don't know what in the world was happening right there, but that is actually $75, guys. All right, for car maintenance, we did 0. And for gas, we did $25. For personal, we did 15. And then for my son, we did 15. And then for planning and budgeting, we did $10. And then for here, miscellaneous, I didn't add anything in there. And then property taxes is going on my sinking funds because that's for my taxes that are due in December. As more as I budget and more as I get to pay down debt, I get to, it's not like a lot, like a big transition, but I was able to add $15 extra to my grocery money. And because usually, guys, you know that I usually do $60. And then I was able to add $20 to my beauty envelope because usually I'll just add $10 or sometimes I won't add anything to it. So, like I said, the more you budget, the more you get to add more, tweak things, and you get to, like I said, add more to your cash envelopes. So, let's go ahead and add up this amount here. And we can go ahead and put this to the side because we already used it. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up. All right, so we got 20, 30, 45 plus 15 plus 75 plus 25 plus 15 plus 15 plus 10. So what we have here is $200. Okay, so we have 200, so we're going to take the 628 from the 200. So we're going to have 428. Okay, so this 428, we are going to move to our leftover up here. And then what we're going to do is do our sinking funds, which is car savings. Car savings. I am on another level this morning. So this is going to be for car tires, and then this is going to be for emergency funds, and then this is going to be for vacation, and this is going to be for property tax. All right. Okay, so for our car tires, and I'll show you guys how. I'll put this back in there too while I'm at it. Okay, so for my sinking funds, this is what I have for the, I didn't tow this paper up. All right, so for my sinking funds, this is what I have that I added, and this is for the last check. So I added $30 to vacation, I added $31 to car tires, I added $12 to property tax, and I added $50. And as you guys know, if you follow my channel, this is how I do my sinking funds to keep up with it. And then also I have a tab in the back that I have like all of the running totals in the back. And then so this right here is the new amounts that I have here. All right, so we can put this back up here because it's up. All right, so for car tires we did $31, and then for emergency funds we did $50, and for vacation we did $30, which the way everything is going, we probably won't be able to take any vacation, but I guess that's a good thing because that's more money saved. And then we have property taxes, which I added $50, so let's go ahead and add up this. And I didn't do my debt payoff plan because, you know, usually I do it on the side of my calendar. So we got $31 plus $50 plus $30 plus, oh gosh, no, this is not, I'm so sorry, my bad. Property taxes is $12. I do not put $50 in this thing. Tina, now you know. All right, let's try this again. All right, so we have $31 plus $50 plus $30 plus $12. All right, so we have $123. So we're going to subtract the $428 minus the $123 equals $305. Okay. All right, so we're going to take $305 and we're going to carry it to the leftover for extra debt. And so I've already paid $35 on my Capital One card. So we're going to do Capital One. And this was on the 21st. What was it? No, this was on, I'm sorry, this was on the 26th that I paid $35. So we're going to take $305 minus the $35. All right, so that'll leave us with $270. Oh gosh. All right, so that is $35. All right, so that'll leave us with $270. So we're gonna, okay, and then after that, we're gonna take the leftover from the extra debt, and we are gonna put that in this field here, which is $270. And for extra savings, which is core savings that I put extra, we are going to do $100. And then we're going to take 270. We're going to take 270 minus 100, which will leave us, we'll put 100 for savings total, and then we're going to have 170 left, which is going to be our cushion and checking account. So that is where that money is going. So that has a place. So that's going to be a cushion inside of our checking account, just in case if something comes in, just in case if I forget a bill or something like that, I'll have this cushion. And you might be wondering why I didn't have anything left over from last paycheck, because when I actually did it, like actually figured out what I needed and what I had for it, I actually had 94 cents left. That's what I had in my checking after I did all of my actual amounts. So this is actually really good, because that way you can actually do an actual of what you had. All right, so let's see to make sure that I've done everything that I need to do. All right, and then for my Capital One payment here, I just want to recap here. I've already printed out my sheets. These are new sheets that she came out with. I'm going to go ahead and fill this one out, started, because I've already paid $35 on my Capital One card, so which is super cool. So I can go ahead and start this now and start doing my tracker, and I will put the link in the video up top to show you how I set up my little debt trackers. And then this is a little bit different than the one that she had that I was using, but I do like this one here a little bit better, because you see how I had to put Walmart up top. This lets me put I paid off, and then I can put whatever card it is, and this will be like Capital One first card. So I do like this one better, where I can put it here instead of having to put it up there. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me in my setup of my June paycheck bill tracker budget, paycheck to paycheck budget. And I will be back with my July setup, so be sure to click that notification bell so you won't miss any videos. And thank you so much, guys, and like I always say, until next time, guys, peace.